This is a clarification of week 1 slide. On page 2, some people have been asking, where does this number come from? That number comes from, if you recall from Stat 1010, that we are asked to find 1 minus alpha at 90%. We're asked to find the critical value right there, what the Z value is. And to do that, I know that since that is at 90%, alpha must be 10%. We know that this is distributed evenly between the two tails here and here. So we divide that by 2, which is 0.05 or 5%. So I know that this is 5% here and 5% here. So since I'm looking for the z-score, I know that half of this curve, the z-score is the same on both sides, so I'm just looking up the positive one for now. Half of this is 50%, and that's what that is. I'm looking up the rest of it, which I know that since this is 5%, this must be 45%, which is where that is. So 50%, half of the curve plus another 45% on the right side gives you 95% of the normal curve. So we look up 95% of the normal curve, which is shown in this table. So the blue shaded region is 95%, and that will give you the z-score at that point. So the closest we can find is exactly between 0.9495 and 0.9505. So the closest I can come is that it is exactly between 1.64 and 1.65. So the average is 1.645, right? On the right side. So on the left side, it's minus z, which is minus 1.645. It's exactly the same. You just do it on one side, and we change the sign for the other side. And that's where the 0.5 plus the 0.45 comes from.